My friends keep asking why I'm still with you. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder too, she said before her birthday party. So I gave her the best gift, clarity. She came home drunk to an empty apartment and a note. Stop wondering. We're done. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. My name's Alex, 28, software developer in a decent-sized city somewhere in the Midwest. Nothing flashy about me, steady job, reliable, the kind of guy who shows up on time and plans for the future. I've always been that way, especially in relationships. Loyalty's my thing. I don't do half measures. That's how it was with Sarah. We met 3 years ago at a mutual friend's barbecue. She was this vibrant marketing coordinator, full of energy, always chasing the next big idea. I fell hard. She had this laugh that could light up a room, and I thought we balanced each other out. Her spontaneity, my stability. Looking back, I sacrificed a lot for us without even realizing it. Early on, she got a promotion that meant relocating to this city. I had a solid gig back home, but I turned down a better offer to follow her. We'll build something here, she said, and I believed it. I covered more than my share of the rent on our cozy apartment because her job was high potential but low pay starting out. I funded her weekend getaways with friends, even when money was tight for me. Hell, I spent weeks planning little surprises, like that time I turned our living room into a mini spa for her after a rough work week. She loved it then, or at least she acted like she did. But over time, things shifted. Subtle at first, but they added up. It started with the comparisons. Sarah's social circle was all about the grind, ambitious types in creative fields, always posting about their epic lives on social media. I'd catch her scrolling through feeds, liking pics of guys at rooftop parties or exotic trips. Look at this, Alex, she'd say casually. Mike from work just backpacked through Europe. That's living. Mike. That name popped up more and more. He was her coworker, some charismatic account manager with a flair for the dramatic, tattoos, stories from Burning Man, the works. I didn't think much of it initially. Jealousy isn't my style. But then came the digs. Her posts got weirder too. Nothing direct, but passive-aggressive memes about settling for average, or when your partner doesn't match your vibe. Friends started giving me these pitying looks at group hangs. One night, after a dinner party, her best friend pulled me aside. Alex, you're great, but Sarah's been venting. Just talk to her. I tried. Hey, everything okay? I'd ask. She'd brush it off. Yeah, just work stress. But the distance grew. Late nights at team building events, her phone buzzing with texts she'd angle away from me. I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I was missing. Was I too predictable? Too safe? It ate at me, that confusion, the unfairness of pouring everything in and getting radio silence back. But I didn't push. I figured communication would fix it eventually. Then came the week of her 26th birthday. She was hyped, planning this big party at a trendy bar downtown, inviting her whole crew, including work folks. I'd been busting my ass to make it special. Saved up for a custom necklace she'd hinted at, engraved with our inside joke. I even coordinated with her friends for surprises. The night before the party, we were at home getting ready. She was in the bathroom, doing her makeup, and I was in the living room wrapping the last gift. That's when it hit the fan. She came out, phone in hand, scrolling through messages with this smirk. God, my friends are hilarious, she muttered, laughing at something on the screen. I glanced up. What's up? She set the phone down, but not before I caught a glimpse, a group chat thread, something about upgrade options. She leaned against the counter, crossing her arms. Okay, Alex, we need to talk. My friends keep asking why I'm still with you, and honestly, I'm starting to wonder too. I froze, the wrapping paper crinkling in my hands. What? She sighed, like I was the one being dramatic. Don't act surprised. You're sweet, reliable, all that. But come on, Mike gets it. He's got that spark, you know? Adventure, passion. Last week at happy hour, he was telling stories about skydiving in Costa Rica, and everyone was hooked. You're just comfortable. Like a safety blanket. My girls say I deserve more excitement. Someone who pushes me. It's not like I'm cheating or anything. Well, not physically, but emotionally. Yeah, I've been talking to him a lot. You wouldn't understand. You're so content with Netflix and takeout. Her words landed like punches, each one twisting the knife. I sat there, heart pounding, but I didn't yell or beg. That wasn't me. Instead, I asked calmly, "So what are you saying, Sarah? You want out?" She rolled her eyes, grabbing her purse. "I'm not saying that exactly. But yeah, I've been thinking. Life's short, why settle? Mike invited me to his cabin this weekend, just friends, but who knows? I need space to figure it out. Don't wait up tonight. The party's gonna run late." She paused at the door, turning back with this smug little smile. "And hey, if things change, we can talk. But right now, I'm wondering if this is it for us." The door clicked shut, and I was alone with the echo of her voice. It was outrageous, dismissing 3 years like I was some placeholder, right before her birthday, no less. The confusion hit hard. Had I been blind? All those sacrifices, the late nights supporting her dreams, and this was the thanks? I paced the apartment, replaying flashbacks. The time I drove 3 hours in the rain to pick her up from a failed work trip, or when I skipped my own promotion party to help her prep for hers. It felt so unfair, like I'd been played. But anger? Nah. I channeled it into action. While she was out partying, probably with Mike, toasting to her new vibe, I packed. Essentials only: clothes, laptop, important docs. I left her stuff untouched, no pettiness. On the kitchen table, next to the unwrapped necklace, I wrote a note. "Stop wondering. We're done. Happy birthday, here's clarity." I grabbed my keys, turned off the lights, and walked out. Headed to a cheap hotel across town, phone on silent. No dramatic scene, no confrontation. Just detachment. She wanted space? She'd get an ocean of it. That night, as I lay in the stiff hotel bed, the weight settled in. It hurt. The betrayal, the public humiliation bubbling under her words. Her friends knew, probably laughing about it at the party. But I didn't text or call. Dignity over desperation. Little did I know, that was just the beginning. I didn't sleep much that first night in the hotel. The room was generic. Beige walls, a lumpy mattress, the hum of the AC drowning out the city noise. But it was mine, at least for now. My phone stayed on silent, tucked in the nightstand drawer. I knew she'd blow it up eventually, but I wasn't ready to deal. Instead, I stared at the ceiling, letting the betrayal sink in deeper. It wasn't just the words. It was the smugness, the way she tossed it out like casual chit-chat before heading to her party. Like I was an afterthought. The unfairness gnawed at me. 3 years of building a life, and she reduces it to comfortable. I replayed the scene in my head, her rolling eyes, the little smirk. It stung, but I refused to let it break me. No calls to friends for venting, no social media rants. Just quiet processing. Around 2 a.m., I caved and checked my phone. Missed calls, 7 from Sarah, a couple from her friends. Texts piled up too. The first one: "Alex, WTF? Where are you? Party's lit, come join." Then, as the night wore on, "Just got home. Apartment's empty? This a joke?" Followed by, "Saw the note. Seriously? On my birthday? You're such a child." I didn't respond. Let her stew. By morning, the calls ramped up. I was sipping crappy hotel coffee when my phone rang again. Her number. I answered, keeping my voice even. No point in ghosting forever. Clarity meant facing it head on, but on my terms. "Alex? Finally. What the hell is going on?" Her voice was sharp, laced with that post-party rasp, probably hungover, still in last night's makeup. "I think the note was clear, Sarah. We're done." She laughed, but it was forced, brittle. "Oh, come on. You're overreacting big time. It was just talk. Friends venting, you know? Mike's fun, but it's not serious. You're blowing this way out of proportion. It's my birthday weekend. Can't we just hash it out like adults?" "Hash it out," I echoed, staying calm. "You said your friends wonder why you're with me. You admitted you're wondering too. Compared me to Mike, said I'm just a safety blanket. That's not venting. That's you checking out." There was a pause, then she shifted gears, excuses tumbling out. "Look, I was stressed, okay? Work's been crazy. And yeah, Mike listens, he gets the creative side. But that's not cheating. Emotionally, maybe I leaned on him, but physically, nothing happened. You're being so insecure about this. My girls say guys like you always freak out over nothing. I need someone who supports my growth, not drags me down with jealousy." Her logic twisted like a pretzel, blaming me for her wandering eyes, framing it as my flaw. "Supports your growth? I moved cities for your job, covered bills so you could chase promotions. That's not support." "Exactly. You're stable. Alex, but stability's boring sometimes. Life's about passion, risks. Mike pushes me to think bigger. But hey, if you come back, we can work on that. Spice things up. Don't throw us away over one conversation. I could picture her, pacing the apartment, hair messy, trying to manipulate the narrative. But I wasn't buying. No, Sarah. You wanted space to figure it out? You got it. Permanently. Wait, what? You're serious? After everything? Fine, be that way. But don't come crawling back when you realize what you're losing. You'll regret this. Click. She hung up first, smug even in defeat. I set the phone down, exhaling slowly. No outburst from me, no begging. Just firm boundaries. It felt liberating in a raw way. But the confusion lingered. How had we gotten here? I thought back to quieter times. Weekend hikes where she'd cling to my arm, laughing at my dumb jokes. The night she got her big client, and we celebrated with cheap wine on the balcony. Was that all fake? Or did she just outgrow it, leaving me behind like old clothes? The unfairness hit again, a wave of silence in that empty hotel room. I didn't cry or rage. I just sat with it, letting it breathe. Practical stuff kicked in next. I texted a buddy from work, crashed on his couch for a few days while apartment hunting. Canceled shared subscriptions. No drama, just efficiency. Work became my anchor. I dove into projects, earning nods from my boss. Focus lately. Alex, keep it up. Little wins amid the chaos. Sarah didn't stop, though. Voicemails trickled in. Miss our talks. Call me. Then angrier. Ignoring me? Real mature. Her friends chimed in too. One texted, "Dude, Sarah's wrecked. Fix this." I blocked them politely. No confrontation needed. Detachment was my response. A week later, mutual friends filled in gaps. She'd partied hard that night, Mike there the whole time. Posted stories, her blowing out candles, him photobombing with a wink. Caption, "Best birthday upgrade?" Subtle dig at me. But cracks showed. Arguments with friends who called her out. "Too harsh on Alex," one said. She brushed it off, moved fast with Mike. "New chapter," she posted. I stayed off socials, focusing inward. The silence was deafening at times, the weight of betrayal heavy. But I didn't chase. Dignity meant walking away clean. Those first few weeks post-breakup were a blur of adjustment. I found a small studio apartment on the edge of town. Nothing fancy, but it had a balcony overlooking a park, space to think. Unpacking boxes alone, I stumbled on old photos. Us at a concert last summer, her head on my shoulder. It hit hard, the confusion of how something solid crumbled so fast. I'd given up so much. That job offer back home could have been a game changer, more money, better hours. Instead, I prioritized her dreams, thinking it was us against the world. Now, it felt like I'd been a prop in her story, discarded when a shinier one appeared. The unfairness simmered. Nights where I'd scroll job listings, wondering what if. But I didn't wallow, I channeled it. Therapy wasn't my thing, but I started journaling, hitting the gym at dawn. Built routines, coding marathons at work, weekend runs, even picked up guitar again, something I'd shelved for her girls' nights. Internal shifts came slow, from why me to what now. Friends checked in, but I kept it light. I'm good, I'd say, and meant it more each time. Karma crept in subtly at first. Mutual acquaintances, ones not in her echo chamber, started reaching out. Heard about Sarah and Mike, one texted. "Dude's a mess." Turns out, Mike's adventurous vibe masked instability. Job hopper, always one step from fired. Stories exaggerated. That Costa Rica trip? A weekend getaway, not epic backpacking. Sarah moved in with him quick, posting couple pics. Found my match. But cracks showed fast. It escalated when work drama hit. Sarah's marketing firm had strict no fraternization vibes, but she and Mike ignored it. Whispers turned to outright blow-ups. A public argument at a team event, him yelling about her and nagging. Colleagues sided against them. Her boss pulled her aside. Focus or find elsewhere. She got demoted, projects yanked. Friends bailed too. The ones who'd egged her on now distanced, calling her choices toxic. "We told you Alex was gold," one confessed to me later. Then the big unravel, Mike's true colors fully exposed. Abusive streaks, controlling texts, isolating her from remaining pals. He cheated, blatantly, with an ex at a bar. Sarah found out via a tagged photo, confronted him. He laughed it off. "You're fun, but not forever." Dumped her cold, kept the apartment, his name on the lease. She crashed with a reluctant friend, broke from splurging shared savings on upgrades, designer bags, trips with him. I got wine through the grapevine. No stalking, just updates from shared circles. Her posts shifted, vague cries like lessons learned, then radio silence. Family got involved. Her mom emailed me once. Sarah's struggling. Be a man. Talk to her. Toxic, pushy, implying it was my fault. I ignored it. Meanwhile, my life ascended quietly. Work promotion came through, senior dev role, remote options, fat raise. I traveled solo, week into the mountains, clearing my head. Met people organically, including Emily, a graphic designer from a coffee shop meetup. No rush, but her vibe? Supportive, genuine. Love your steadiness, she said on our first date. Contrast hit home. The emotional arc peaked in solitude. Evenings on the balcony, guitar in hand, reflecting. Betrayal's sting faded, replaced by clarity. I'd been undervalued, but now? Free. Sarah's downfall felt earned, not gleeful, just ironic. She'd chased excitement, got burned. Me? Stability paid off. Her reaches started mild. A text. Hey, can we chat? Ignored. Built to desperate. But that's for later. For now, I breathed. Rebuilt. The confusion giving way to calm. The messages started about a month after the breakup, right as my new routine solidified. I'd blocked her initially, but unblocked after settling into the studio. Figured if she reached out, I'd handle it clean. First text was casual, almost testing waters. Hey Alex, hope you're good. Miss our coffee runs. Can we grab one sometime? I read it, felt nothing but mild annoyance. No hurt, no longing. Progress. I didn't reply. A few days later, another. Saw your promotion post on LinkedIn. Congrats. We should celebrate. How'd she know? Probably stalking profiles. Still, radio silence from me. That's when the calls began. My phone buzzed during a lunch break at work. Her name on the screen. I let it go to voicemail. Listen later out of curiosity. Alex, it's me. Look, I know I messed up. Mike was a huge mistake. He seemed exciting, but it was all fake. Can we talk? I miss us. The stability, you know? Call back. Her voice cracked a bit, pleading undertones. Hypocrisy dripped from every word. She'd trashed my boring life. Now craved it back? I deleted it, no response. Escalation hit mid-second month. She showed up at my old gym, must have remembered my schedule. I was mid-set when I spotted her by the entrance, looking frazzled, hair in a messy bun, no makeup, clothes rumpled like she'd slept in them. She waved awkwardly, approached as I toweled off. Alex, thank God. I've been trying to reach you. Her eyes darted, desperate edge. I kept my tone neutral, grabbing my bag. Sarah, what are you doing here? She stepped closer, words rushing out. I need to explain. Mike, he turned out awful. Controlling, cheated on me with his ex, kicked me out, and now I'm crashing on couches. Work demoted me because of the drama. Friends bailed when they heard the full story. They said I was dumb to let you go. I see that now. You were always good to me, reliable, supportive. I took it for granted. Please, give us another shot. I've changed. I stood there unmoved. Her plea revealed the shifts. From smug to broken, power flipped. But sympathy? Zero. Changed. You said I was a safety blanket, that your friends wondered why you stayed. Now that excitement blew up, you want back. She flushed, twisting her hands. I was wrong. Influenced by them, the hype. But reality hit. Passion without foundation crumbles. You're the foundation I need. Let's start over. Coffee, dinner, anything. No, Sarah. I'm not interested. Calm, firm. I walked past, heading for the door. She followed, voice rising. Wait, you're just gonna ignore this? After 3 years? That's cold, Alex. Petty, even. I poured my heart out. I stopped at the exit, glanced back. You poured excuses. Goodbye. Out the door, no look back. Her anger showed, true colors peeking through the desperation. It didn't stop. Family piled on next. Her sister texted, Sarah's a mess because of you. Grow up, talk to her. Toxic, entitled, like I owed reconciliation. Then her mom called, voicemail heavy with guilt tripping. Alex, honey, she's hurting bad. Mike abused her emotionally. She's isolated now. Be the bigger person, forgive. Family sticks together. I blocked them all. No obligation there. Final push. Late night texts turning furious. How dare you ghost me? I apologized. You're acting like I ruined your life. Newsflash, you're fine. But me? Broke, alone. This is on you for overreacting. Then, fine, rot in your boring world. You'll never find better. Hypocrisy full circle. She'd said the same about herself. Each attempt deepened my detachment. No emotional pull. She'd become background noise. My life. Thriving. Dates with Emily turned serious. Laughs over shared hikes. Her appreciating my grounded energy. Work trips. New friends. The middle had breathed. Confusion to clarity. Sarah's desperation? Just confirmation I'd dodged a bullet. The wedding was the perfect storm. Our mutual friend Jake's big day, 6 months post-breakup. Neutral ground, but I knew Sarah might show. She and Jake's fiancé were old pals. I went anyway, Emily on my arm. She'd heard the stories, supportive without drama. Your past doesn't define you, she said. I felt evolved, calm, free. Venue was a charming garden hall, string lights twinkling. I mingled, suit sharp from the promotion bonus. Laughs with old crew, toast to Jake. Then I spotted her. Sarah, crashing uninvited, slipping in late. She looked unraveled, dress ill-fitting, probably borrowed, hair frizzy, eyes red like she'd cried. Alone, hovering by the bar, scanning the room. Our eyes met. She beelined over, weaving through guests. Alex, she whispered urgently, glancing at Emily. Can we talk? Privately. Emily squeezed my hand, stepped aside gracefully. I'll grab drinks. Power dynamic flipped. Me composed, her desperate. Sarah pulled me to a quiet corner. I can't believe you're here with her. Look, I've hit rock bottom. Mike was abusive, yelling, cheating, left me penniless. Lost my job over it. Friends ghosted after the truth came out. Even family says I screwed up. But you? Thriving, I see. I get it now, what I lost. Stable, kind. I've changed, therapy even. Give me, us, another chance. I was wrong to wonder, to compare. Please. Her words echoed her old hypocrisy, begging for what she'd dismissed. Emotional shift clear, her crumbling, me unmoved. I met her gaze steadily. Sarah, you said your friends wondered why you stayed with me. That I was just comfortable, not exciting. You chose Mike, chased that vibe. Now it's backfired, and you want in again. She teared up. I was stupid, influenced, blind. But seeing you now, happy, upgraded. It hurts. I need you back. No. Firm, definitive. I've built a life without your doubts or drama. Emily values what you mocked, my stability, my dreams. You're irrelevant to my happiness now. I've moved on completely. You should too. She recoiled, anger flashing. Irrelevant. After everything? You're heartless. I shrugged lightly. Just clear. Goodbye, Sarah. Walked back to Emily, who smiled warmly. All good. Better than. We danced, her head on my shoulder. Visual reversal stark as Sarah slunk out alone. That night sealed it. Betrayal's outrage faded to justice's satisfaction. No lingering. She was a chapter closed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.